My people, man. Y'all gotta know how special you are to Yahayah in his eyes, man. We are his prized possession. We gotta give up the New Testament, spirituality, all things that's not for him or about him. Things that's for us and about us, we need to return back to that. And if you are still here and you're listening and you're paying attention to what's on your screen right now, right? I'm reading it, but you looking at it, right? Then hopefully these words you'll take heed to and recognize yourself as the remnant. Because the remnant is seeking Yahayah, trying to return to Yahayah, so they can return back home and get about their predicaments and truly understand what's truly going on, because things is happening too fast, too rapidly. There's too many platforms and too many places to where people can just speak confusion and grab a hold onto you. Then you gotta unravel yourself out of that and try to find your way back to Yahayah. Just stop right here. Just listen. You are a special chosen people unto Yahayah, a prized possession unto him. And he charges you to discern between him and idols and other deities and things that's not of him. He charges you to discern between righteousness and unrighteousness. I want to speak about a few things about returning back to him. And if you in Africa or you left America not knowing that this is your land, you're indigenous to here, I want to talk to you about coming back, because they trying to make it to where you can't, and you're gonna be stuck over there in them lands, cut off. Because once the paint start peeling, it's over with, I'm telling you. But here in the Malachi chapter 3, verse 16 through 18, Yahayah is talking to his special chosen people. Then it says, then those who fear Yahayah spoke to one another. You must understand what's taking place right here. Our forefathers was experiencing the remembrance of Yahayah and who they are, leaving the nation of Yasharallah, meaning they return into iniquity, ignorance, deities. And our forefathers who cared about Yahayah so much, they was talking to one another like, how we gonna warn our descendants, those like us who truly care about Yahayah and want to return to him? Or they want to know what took place with us, what happened. They want to know about their history. They want to know about, their land. They want to know about all these unanswered questions that they may have. Yahayah heard that. And this is how we got an Old Testament put together. Because like I said, Yahayah heard it. He gave attention to it. And then a book of remembrance was written before him for those who fear Yahayah and who esteem his name. See, this Old Testament, those who try to debunk it, rebuke it, because they want to be about the deity, the idol. See, this Old Testament ain't for you, but you're trying to mix the old and the new together. It can't go together. It's oil and water. It don't go together. It can't go. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahayah resides in the Old Testament that predicts and prophesies the present, future, and past. Has it all in it. So you can't put that New Testament with it, because it won't mix. It would only contradict and bump heads. Right? So, if you seeking Yahayah and you fear Yahayah, you will return to the Old Testament, read it all. And in the Old Testament will teach you where your land is, what's the name of your power, what's the name of your God, what we should be doing. It will teach you the law, statute, judgments, and ordinances. It's all right there, everything. It will teach you testimonies. It will teach you historical things that took place. It will teach you life lessons. It will teach you how to handle situations. It will teach you difference between circumstances and situations, how Yahayah dealt with us depending on the circumstance and depending on the situation. It will teach you all these things about Yahayah, all the unanswered questions that you may have, right there in the OT, Genesis through Malachi, right? So this book was put together for us to return. So then Yahayah says, for those who fear him and esteem his name, Yahayah says, they will be mine, his remnant, says Yahayah of hosts. On the day that I prepare my own possession, I will spare them as a man spares his own son who serves him. So the remnant. You are Yahayah's possession. We are. And he will spare us like he spared Yahayah, because that's a parallel to Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. For Israel is his first son, or Israel is his son, even his firstborn, right? Commonly called Israel, but we Yahayah, right? But so long as we return and obey Yahayah, he will spare us. So his remnant, his chosen few, who's going to walk away from the ways of the world, right? Walk away from idolatry, from the New Testament, from spirituality, all of that, and return to Yahayah of hosts. Return to his order, how he put his kingdom together. It goes Yahayah, then the house of David, then the house of Zadok, and then Zion. Okay? I'll talk more about Zion later. So then it goes, he says, I will spare them as a man spares his own son. Then to finish it off, it says, so you will, or soon you will again discern between the righteous and the wicked, between one who serves Yahayah and one who does not serve Yahayah. So if you're into the New Testament, you don't serve Yahayah, you can't mix the two. You got a 501c3, you are a Christian. Don't say you Yahayah, you are a Christian. Yes, I have a problem with all religions, because we're not a religion. Not just them, all. Because I love Yahayah, seek Yahayah, serve Yahayah, return to Yahayah, be his own prized possession. He charges you to discern and see who serves him, who serves him not. So you must read and seek and pray to him so you can know how to serve him. Going to church ain't serving him. Reading the New Testament ain't serving him. Reading poems and being of this world ain't serving him. But seeking to go home, now let's talk about that. America is the homeland. Canaan is in Utah. The ancient ruins is here in America. Egypt is over here. Ethiopia is over here. Israel, all them ancient, well, that's them like modern day names, Iran, Iraq, but all them ancient ruins is over here. Mesopotamia, right? You know what I mean? Babylon is over here, man. Assyria is over here. All of that is over here. All the findings is over here. Everything was taken from here and placed over there. Right? And the proof is in the pudding, the proof is there. So if you're in Africa and you left America, return here. This is why things is taking place here. Because Yahayah is getting ready to restore us. But they trying to prevent, execute, and keep dominion. But that's not going to happen. Special people, remnant of Yahayah, return.